Hey everybody, what it is? Welcome to a new episode of Split Second. Hong hong hong. Le Second.
Why are you the way that you are?
My name's Julio, and chaos is the order of the day around here, apparently. Let's just go ahead and do the thing. Before we continue, please remember to do all of them tasty little YouTube things that are going to be floating around up here at the top of the like they're going to be right there. Just do these things. Also ring the bell. Also share this content. You know, get this in front of more people. Let's get it. Why should you suffer alone? Is all I'm saying, right? Have you heard of Schadenfreude? You know, taking pleasure in other people's misfortune? Well, take some agency. Be the agent of misfortune and share this content. Huh? Now, all kidding aside, I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Still figuring out what I'm going to give away if that happens, but it's going to be good. It's going to be so good, guys. Come on. Yeah. Lost the cool, but the cool is back. Let's do a quick wrist check, huh? Today, I have my modded Casio DW5600 Bébé. Oh, le bébé. Oh, bébé. Anyway, so, the giveaway for this guy is still going on. Link to the video talking about that in the description. Just go there, follow the instructions, and yeah, I'll be pulling a name out of a hat or whatever, and someone is gonna get this watch, you know. But not here today to talk to you about this fella right here. I am actually here today to talk to you about this guy, the Audric Strider. And you can see how I made that mistake. Anyway, so yeah, Audric watches are a microbrand, Swiss made, with their origins in Singapore. All right. I will be leaving a link to their website down below, just so you can get a little bit more information and background on them. But yeah, let's go into the watch itself, because there's a lot here that we need to unpack. But for the most part, I love the way this thing looks. Now, starting with the dial, we have a pattern here that it's, I want to call it a waffle, but it's probably hobnail. I'm not really super clear on the difference between those two. I think like waffle, you have indents, and then hobnail, it's like little protrusions like this one. It's very dynamic, and that's what you need to know first and foremost. It's a very dynamic looking dial, because not only do you have that patterning, it also has a little bit of a sunburst effect to it. So this is a very alive feeling dial. The brand name is at 12. On this model, which is a prototype, you have the I'm assuming it's like a placeholder model name, Stroller, but this watch is called the Strider, as well as the water resistance of 20 atmospheres or 200 meters. You have apply indexes all around the watch. You have Arabics at 12, 9, and 6. You have framed date window at 3, with a truncated index there, and the rest are full rectangles at all other indices, right? You can see on the counterbalance of the minutes hand that it does have some beveling to it, a little bit of an angle there. I think that's where you can see it the best. Now, you do have also an arrow-tipped seconds hand, and everything is loomed on this thing, and the loom is, well, I'm gonna spoil the things that I like about this. The loom is phenomenal. It's great. It's powerful, it's strong, it's long-lasting. Why does this sound like a commercial for erectile dysfunction pills? Powerful, strong, long-lasting. Anyway, let's keep it family friendly. You also have a rehook chapter ring here, where you have arrows at 12, 3, 6, and 9. You have Arabics at the 5s everywhere else, and you have second markings, minute markings, and then fifth of a second marking, which yeah, I'm going to get into a little bit later. Now, this watch does have a sapphire crystal with blue AR, which is great for legibility. Also, for preventing scratches to the crystal. Surrounding that crystal is, wait for this word, it is the first time I practiced it, I swear, but it's the first time I'm saying this word on camera. It is a dodecagon. Dodecagonal. That 12-sided! It is a dodecagonal, smooth, fixed bezel with a circular brushed finish. This watch does also feature a very angular mid case, so it is a very angular looking watch in itself. You got these slopes here on the lugs, very heavy downturn on the lugs too. The mid case is vertically brushed, which makes it look bigger, and that's kind of a recurring theme with this watch. It looks a lot bigger than it actually is. We're going to get some measurements in just a minute here, but let me just finish up with the facts. Now, you do have a screw down crown, which helps provide that 200 meters of water resistance. It hacks, hand winds. That's because this is powered by ETA movement, elaborate grade, ETA 2824. And we're going to have a look at that in just a minute, because that movement is just chef's kiss. The bracelet does have solid links as well as solid end links. And this is what I'm calling a single 3-link. So you have 3 links here, but they do behave as one. As I've mentioned in the past, I'm not a fan of that. I do prefer the added articulation of having each one of these links kind of float on their own almost, or maybe have 2 points of articulation there. But, I digress. It has screw pins for adjustment. No pins and colors here, which has been a theme in the last couple of bracelets I've received. So, thank God for that. And it does have a fully milled clasp. Again, when I say fully milled, I mean the scissor bridge is milled, as well as the outer. A lot of times what you get is like a half where this part is milled, but then this outer part is pressed. This is a fully milled clasp, which is also signed, secured with a push button. And yeah, just everything about this is just great. The watch itself is Swiss made. Like I said earlier, it is powered by an ETA 2824, which you can see here. It is elaborate grade, and you have blue screws on there, which you can see with the help of this see-through screw-down case back, which has the signing of the company, as well as the brand, and a few more stats there for your enjoyment. 316L stainless steel over here, Swiss made, 20 atmospheres, sapphire crystal. So yeah, you also have a sapphire crystal on the back as well. That see-through is also sapphire crystal, what some watch YouTubers would call a sapphire sandwich, but I'm not going to call it that, except I just did. Anyway, the watch comes in at 41 millimeters, believe it or not. It looks a lot bigger. The lug to lug comes in at 47, almost 48. The thickness is 11 and a half. And it has a 22 millimeter lug width, which means you can change straps on this guy all day long. And there it is on wrist. And it feels bigger than it actually is. And as a matter of fact, I'll get into that in a little bit, but it looks like it takes up a lot more space than it actually does. It commands wrist presence, but not in a bad way, So that kind of leads me into, my fawning over this thing, leads me into what do I like about the watch. This thing is built like a tank, okay? It's super solid, has a very unique design, an awesome movement behind it, just an elaborate grade ETA 2824. You don't see that every day. The loom is phenomenal. Like I said, it's got great loom on the on everything on the dial. It has great loom on it, as well as the crown. You know, loom crowns, they serve no purpose whatsoever, but man, they're fun. And so yeah, there's just so much to love about this thing. The bracelet is super comfortable, even though it's not my preferred style of articulation. The bracelet is super comfortable. And yeah, just everything about this thing is just, it screams quality. As a matter of fact, there are no quality control issues with this. And it's a prototype, by the way, which has been to several reviewers before me. And it shows no signs of wear whatsoever. No. What do I wish were different? Well, the watch is kind of on the heavy side. And while for some people that might be reassuring, after a while, you really start to feel the weight of this thing. I don't have a scale. Just take my word, it's heavy. A part of the reason for that weight, though, is the dial is metal. Actually, you see a lot of dials made of other materials like plastic, and some have like exotic materials like meteorite. But this dial is metal, and the movement holder is not plastic. And those two components, they do add to the weight of this guy, as well as, like I mentioned earlier, the fact that you have a fully milled clasp here that is a bit of a chunker as well. So, you got yourself a heavy boy here, even though he's not a big boy. The other thing that I am a little bit nitpicky about is the fact that the bracelet doesn't have the points of articulation that I wish it did. Even though, it is still pretty comfortable, I always appreciate a little bit more articulation, that's all. And the other thing that I'm a little bit not a fan of is how busy the chapter ring is. I don't understand why there's 1/5 of a second markers there. It makes it look a little bit busier than it needs to be, in my opinion. But that is just me being the pickiest of nitpicky, the nittiest of pick, the pick nittiest, the nitpittiest. I'm being very nitpicky about it, is what I'm saying. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. What do you think about the Audric Strider Nut Stroller? I'd love to get your thoughts in the comments down below. So the Kickstarter for this went live on June the 7th, which was last Tuesday. Link will be in the description. Go ahead and back this because it is just a quality timepiece. I guarantee you will not regret it. Remember, again, to do all those YouTube things that help the channel grow. It helps YouTube not hate my content and show it to more people. Remember also that we are fast approaching our giveaway of this guy, my modded Casio G-Shock DW5600 BB. So you're going to want to keep an eye out for that. I will be announcing that at the beginning of July, who is the winner of that. Rules for that are going to be in the video, which is in a dingus over here in the corner. And that's going to tell you how you can enter that giveaway, right? Probably going to leave some stuff in the description, link to the Audric website, link to the video for the thing. But for now, that'll be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Share this video with your friends, even if they don't like watches. Just shove it in their face. No, don't do that. Don't do any shoving. But yeah, hope you get the word out. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Something great is going to be given away. I don't know what it is. As soon as I do figure out what I'm going to give away, I am going to let you guys know. All right, but it's going to be great. It's going to be better than any giveaway I've done in the past. That is for certain. So that's it. Bye. Shoot. Come on, go home. Or, don't, no, there's a thing at the end that says, do the thing, do the other thing. I never know how to close these. Bye. Whoa, you made it all the way to the end of the video? Really? That's amazing. Even I don't make it all the way to the end of the video. Well, if you like what you saw, click here for another video and click here to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I publish a new video. Thanks for watching.